What is up, everyone? And thank you for checking out Don't Say the F Word. Again, if you're here for the live feed, for the live show, on the second time here on Instagram, we had some technical difficulties, and thank you for sticking around. We appreciate it. And we're going to see if we can get the illegal brother-in-law Joe in. But hey, since we're taking it right back from the top, I'm going to play the intro music now. What? Oh, so this time it's going to be you. Last time it had to be me, right? Well, last time you got in my way and you didn't let me get there. Oh, so, well, hey, you know what? We might have Joe right out the gate. That's possible. We're going to see if that'll work. You want to get it? You get it. I'll let them know. Our intro from I Hate Vonnie on Instagram.
Got it out the mud, now I'm swimming in this dope boy, I'm bathing. COD, double up, hands on the Kimbo, the clip on the extendo, the stick that I'm clutching in a kendo. Count to 3, then I ring the bell, make them hands get the race. The cadence so raw, bro, the mic blow on nitro, it bang like some thunder. It's no wonder they be praised. The necklace on Tundra, you reaching it, I'm 6 feet. I put them in a pack on a Lundra, I'm blaze. Even in a stab, boy, them shots, they been grazing. All these niggas whack, though, you're not worth engaging. I'm that amazing, don't make the boy black news. You turn you to a stain, I'm on your head like some Beijing. Push me to the edge while y'all down on that same hill. Covered by the blood, but it ain't my boy, that thing's real. Like me dog body, niggas Christian when them things fell. Metal in my hands, pray to Christ, boy, that thing still. Got your mama purdue your corpse, how that pain feel. I've been all alone all my life in my lane still. Standing up on business, I've been about that action. So bring your whole faction of your gang real.
I hate Vonnie.
It was so aggressive, right? I really enjoyed that. I don't know. I still don't see Joe. Yeah, I don't see Joe either.
I'm right here. I see you.
Joe, are you here?
I see you.
You're here?
Yeah. You hear me?
I can kind of hear you. How about?
I hear you, both of y'all.
Say something now.
What's up? I see y'all.
You see us? I don't see you. I don't know why I don't see you, but I can kind of hear you. I don't see you.
I'm here. I see both of y'all. I see your two big heads. I see y'all.
Why you gotta make fun of my big head? That seems totally unnecessary.
I just want you to know I see you. That's all. Oh.
I don't really think that my head's that necessarily that big. You don't think you got a big head? Why is everybody gotta make fun of my head? I don't understand.
Hey, time out. I just said it so you know I see you. That's the only way I said it. That's all.
All right. Why is everybody laughing? So I don't get how it's that funny.
It's a joke of the day.
What was that?
Woody Woodpecker?
I don't know what that was. Anyway, hey Joe, look, he's got big headphones on. Yeah, I got these headphones on. I don't know. How's my audio, Joe? You sound all right?
It's a little echoey, but I still hear you.
I don't know what's causing the echo.
No, it's still good though.
How about that? Is that better? Did it get better or did it get worse?
It's about the same, but I can still hear perfect.
That works then. As long as you can hear me, that's at the end of the day, that's what really matters, right? I think we have other things that matter. Okay, we got other things that matter. I don't know.
That's okay. Yeah, okay, we good.
We good. All right. Mark's gonna chill over here.
Let's chill.
Yeah, we're gonna put Mark over that way. He's gonna hang out back here. Figure out.
Mark gonna chill like a villain.
But so Joe, week after Mania.
I know.
What how do you feel about the direction of WWE right now?
I feel like there is no more A and B show. The Raw, SmackDown, there is no A and B show no more. I think Triple H is making it all A show. They're gonna
everything's an A show.
Everything is the A show. They're gonna make TNA the B show, and then AEW be the C show.
So you think we're at a battle for number 2 then? You think?
Mm-hmm.
So you feel, WWE head and shoulders above the competition by all means, and what, we're just gonna let AEW and TNA battle it out as to who could potentially be number 2?
That is correct. Because if you notice, they stopped saying SmackDown being the B show. If you watched between both shows this week, SmackDown was better than Raw this week. That's just me. It was a little better than Raw.
So you think SmackDown stood out as the better show? First week of what? I mean, I've always looked at Mania as being the reset, start of a new season.
Mm-hmm.
So, first week of a new season of WWE, you think SmackDown is the top show?
All because of that free hour conversation of nonsense that kind of made it drop right there. If they did more in that free commercial hour, besides having Mr. Rock and Cody talk for good 45, 50 minutes, it would have been better. But that kind of dropped.
I mean, the Rock Cody promo went for what? 45 minutes, something like that. I guess we totally understand why they wanted a full, uninterrupted hour for them to cut like the longest promo anyone's ever needed to cut. I don't know, man. I don't know if that was totally necessary to have them run for that long. I don't know.
I would have been cool with mid 20 minutes. If it did 20 minutes, I'd have been fine with that.
Yeah, that definitely could have been summarized. It could have been much shorter of a promo. I do think they kind of got their points across, sure, but I don't. But I mean, that's been the Rock's thing. All his social media posts have been really, really long for not much of a reason. Like, I don't know why he's been doing 20-minute Instagram posts. Totally has seemed unnecessary, but that promo went on forever and ever and ever. I think that it helped your sister dislike The Rock even more.
Hey, I don't, at this point, she could dislike everybody. I don't know.
So, do you think when The Rock comes back, Rock's coming back as heel Rock?
No. Today, The Rock right now, he's not like he was in Attitude as a heel. He's not that guy he was back in 96 to 99. He ain't that heel version no more. He's a average Joe now. So he's the average Joe. He like today's Edge being a babyface, trying to be a heel, but he can't do it no more. He can't do it.
So have you not liked the Rock's heel run leading us into Mania?
I would say maybe the first that at the conference when the whole all started. That was good at him being a heel. That second week, second week it was good, but then afterward it just started. He just talk. He didn't really do nothing but just talk up a storm. So, and plus, you gotta stop showing the goosebumps. That's the main thing that make it not be a good heel.
You think the goosebumps is it? That's the so. Why is that such a thing for you that kills The Rock being a good heel? Like, you think it's just too much excitement from the crowd.
Look at Randy Orton, straight heel. He could walk out there and be a heel, and then when he knows the match is over with, he could go up to some fans, give him a high five, hug, and everything because he knows the camera's off. The Rock knows the camera's on him, knows he being a heel, knows he got to act like a heel, but then he'll just point to his arm like, letting the fans know that, hey, I'm being a bad guy right now, but I still think about you guys in a good way. So that's kind of like throwing off the heel character.
I definitely think Rock's inability to, I guess, stay in character is problematic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's done way too many interviews where he goes back to being Dwayne and stops being heel Rock, and I think that's probably an issue. I think you're right. Even his on-screen things are kind of played both sides of the fence.
Mm-hmm. But the only time you see him be a good heel is when he attacking somebody, like he did Cody after that on Raw when in that night show. Was that Chicago? That was Chicago, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think that was Chicago. I think.
Yeah, when he attacked him, hit him with the belt in the middle of the rainstorm. Yeah, that's when he was good as a heel.
You know, he did a lot of things that were very strong heel behaviors. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, he still kind of played the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the heel things he did were so strong heel that I don't think you can bring him back babyface. I don't think you can do it. I don't know how you get there.
He's still gonna be the boss. Is how you be the heel. He's still gonna be like who was it? Like Vinnie Mac back in the day when he was the boss, the heel. He could fire you. Now that's gonna be the Rock's character, but still being a good guy and a bad guy at the same time. He could say,
Do you think they're going to move Rock into an authority figure type of role, like more heavily whenever he returns?
yeah, he's gonna be one of them. He's gonna be like Triple H and Stephanie McMahon being the authority figure when they did it back at 16, 17. Authority.
That's going to suck.
But it's gonna be better. I think it's gonna make him do it better, be more bossy, like saying, "I can fire you right now with the snap of my finger."
And I think if they bring back him as an authority figure, I mean, right now they have GMs, and the GMs they have are very good.
Yeah.
They might even be. They might actually be the two best GMs they've ever had in WWE. They have a history in the business. They don't have beef with anyone specifically. So there's no underlying agenda. It comes across like they're actually GMs and not someone with their own vendettas that they're working on. Neither one of them have played that role. I feel like bringing The Rock as an authority figure with his own agenda to become a champion again, it's kind of the wrong move. Speaking of that, they exchanged belts in the ring, Rock and
Yeah.
Cody. A poll was done. I don't remember who did the poll, but it said that 40 some odd % of WWE fans want to see The Rock be a world champion again. But do you want to see that? You want world champion Rock?
Maybe. No.
I don't know that we need him
I
with
like
the title again.
I like The Rock. I do. The Rock's my hero growing up. But right now, it ain't gonna work out for him because he got to do the light schedule. He might be. I don't know if he's still doing movies or not. But plus, he got to be at the engage. How you say it? TKO, the new TKO. He got to be there. And,
He's on the executive board or whatever. But I mean, he doesn't have. I mean, I don't think The Rock has a real job at TKO.
Yeah.
Do you think he has a real job at TKO?
I think he do. I think he really is a board member.
Well, I think he's a board member, sure, but a board member in what regard? I mean, he's probably got some input for things WWE related, maybe to a degree, but does he have, like, I don't know, voting power? I don't know. I don't know if he's got that. He might, but I don't know.
I say he's probably one of them, like, works with Triple H, try to plan out the next city spot they be at. Then he goes out, promote it, and trying to get all the funds, revenue to get into that location so they can put on a good show, new matches, everything like that. I think that's the power he probably got. Now, creative control, I don't know if he got creative with saying who could do what in the ring out, but I think that's what he's probably doing right now.
I bet you something in his deal probably gives him some sort of, I don't want to say creative control, but definitely some input. He's not going to be able to, like, full rank on Hunter. That's not going to happen. I think there's probably only one person that's going to have the input power like Hunter has, and I certainly don't think that it's Dwayne. You know who's got the input power that Hunter has, right?
Stephanie.
No.
Oh,
I mean,
Nick.
it's good. I mean, maybe, but it was Stephanie being back. But there's somebody else. I'm going to hit you with an audio clip from this person, and you just tell me if you think this person has the type of power Triple H has.
Hey, what's up, WWE Universe? Are you mad? I hope so. I would be mad too if I were you. Because the Outsider just walked in and beat two legends at WrestleMania. Well, one legend, Kevin Owens, is kind of a dunce, but Randy Orton, hey brother, who's the real legend killer? I walked in the champ, I exited the champ. Retain and remain, like I said, what did you expect? It was the biggest WrestleMania ever. That's not a surprise to me. I was a part of it. Every event I've been a part of has been the biggest event WWE has ever had. Is that a coincidence? No. Do the math. 650 million impressions on social media based on this WrestleMania. 200 million of those came from me and my team, the Prime team. I Show Speed, Prime Bottle, Logan Paul. It is a new era, as we're all saying. The hashtag Logan Paul Levesque era. Your United States champion. Out.
It's the Logan Paul Levesque era. It was clever, if nothing else, right?
It was clever, but I don't think Logan Paul ain't that rich to have that power yet. No.
He has no power at all. I can't believe he's still U.S. champ.
Yeah, I had a feeling, but he survived.
I bet you he keeps until SummerSlam.
Who you facing next? He might.
I don't know who they have planned for Logan Paul next, but I think the thing to do would be to take that belt off of him at SummerSlam in Cleveland. I think that'd be the way to go.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think if you pull it off of him in Cleveland, I think the crowd will just go nuts.
Ooh, yeah, they would, boo. Yeah.
And it could be, I think, I can't determine if Logan Paul's a heel or a babyface in Cleveland. I don't know.
No, he's a heel because when he was here for Raw, he said he left to go to Puerto Rico because it was way better than Cleveland.
Yeah, he definitely shit on Cleveland. I think the thing to do in Cleveland would be have Logan Paul face either The Miz or Johnny Gargano and put either one of those two guys over.
Well, the draft is coming up, so it could happen.
Yeah. Then you guarantee that you have a Cleveland guy keeps the belt, and the crowd's gonna go nuts. I feel like they probably draft Gargano to SmackDown and break up him and Ciampa.
Nah, I think they both should go to SmackDown. Raw ain't for them. Raw not for them.
I would like for them to feud again on main roster because I think a lot of people didn't see the story play out on NXT.
Oh, that was good. That was really good. I ain't gonna lie, that was good.
Oh man, it was one of my favorite things about NXT. At that time, I cared more about what was happening on NXT than what was happening on main roster WWE. Like Gargano and Ciampa telling their story from splitting up DIY and everything that happened in between, and their matches was so good because there was just something about Gargano losing to Ciampa, with Ciampa being such a heel, that was just so unbelievably entertaining.
Ciampa was good as a heel. Had a better theme song that fit him too. That theme song fit him good too.
I liked when he didn't have one. That period of time where he came out with no music.
Yeah, he still was a badass, but that theme song he had, it fit him because you could that song fit him perfectly.
It was good, no doubt about that. They did find a good. It's just I felt like he was such a psychotic character that having no music was almost better. Just my thought. I don't know. So, do we want to talk about Dynamite? What? I mean, it was Dynamite was a good show.
I'll tell you what I think about it. Here's what I think about it. Since I had to prepare myself for this moment for the past 3 days. So this is how I would have made it much better. Think of it like this. We both worked in the same area, same places, but not the same store. You know there's cameras around. Why can't they just get the other side of the view? Like show his face, not the back side. They could have. They are cameras everywhere in that area. You could have had the one aimed at his face, showing how his facial expression, whatever his mouth moving, what he did, what he said. That would have been better.
I mean, there's never audio on CCTV. And like I said back whenever everything first went down, that there had to be CCTV, right? I don't know that I understand why they did this thing showing it, but they did work it into storyline, which I told you Wednesday night. At least they're making it part of the show. It's part of the story. It's not just all kind of taking it as being, you know. Here's one thing I want to get out of the way before we go further into that, though.
Okay.
I hate that overshadowed what the entire show was. That and the Ospreay promo. Because Dynamite was a good show. The opening it up with Samoa Joe and Strickland's,
He's about
brawl.
to fight. He's about to fight Gold. Dusty.
Hmm. I think that Jericho, Hook, and Shibata versus the Shane Taylor Promotions was a great match. Really good showing for everyone involved. But maybe not great for Jericho, but it wasn't bad. And then have that leading to last night with Shane Taylor versus Hook. I think AEW is going really good at continuing storylines and building up some talent that people aren't as familiar with.
Yeah.
And I just hate that it was that type of thing got overshadowed by the video footage being shown. I think that there was a lot more that happened that was a lot better and more meaningful that happened on the show than just that CCTV footage that didn't do a whole lot for anybody at all.
You know what I think about that video? They posted that video. AEW posted the video. But then they're going to get mad when other podcasts to show the video and hit them with copyrights, trying to sue them for it.
Here's the thing, though, man. That's just something that always happens. And it's not necessarily always things that AEW necessarily is like actively after. I mean, Stevie Richards got popped a couple of times for copyright for using AEW clips. And it got sorted out. I've had clips copyright claimed that were AEW footage that got copyright claimed by Fight TV. It wasn't anything that had the Fight TV logo on it, but it got copyright claimed by Fight TV. And I took them down. But it was actually something that Mark was doing. Mark was the primary focus of the video, and there was just a clip of AEW that was running behind it, which commentary over a video. I mean, you could even do just a little blog on top of it, and you're doing commentary, and like you're creating original content using someone else's content as the background where you're talking about it. That's fair game. You can do that.
Yeah, I do.
It wasn't worth it to me to fool with fighting the copyright strike. I had to do the thing to get removed through doing the classes, but I could have objected to it. But it's not, to me, not really worth it. But
the sad part
if they are actively going after people for using it, and they're just using it in that way, I mean, if someone's just taking it and they're just reposting this to get hits, like everyone shared it on Instagram. On YouTube, you can't do that. You can't just share content like that.
I know, but the sad part about it, I was hoping that it'd be better than what Punk said. I was hoping there'd be more to it, but if you watch it, no, it's basically how he said it.
No,
yeah,
he said he didn't hit anyone, and he did strike Jack Barry.
Yeah.
He claimed that he choked someone a little bit.
Yeah.
He really didn't. He had him in a front headlock. He didn't choke anybody.
Yeah. That was it. I was hoping there'd be more to it, like more fighting, more something. Let's say you got the footage. You want me to tune in for the whole hour? A whole hour waiting for it to pop on. I tune in for the hour. I'm thinking to myself, maybe Punk left something out. Maybe Punk misled, or like, hey, I forgot I accidentally did swing, kick, whatever. Boom. But what did you get? You just got what he said. He saw him come back. He talked to him. He said, hit him. Not hit him, but you want to strike me? He just struck him. Then you look around to the right side. There's Tony Khan sitting. Tony Khan making it seem like he feared for his life, but really all he did just, I guess, a cup of water or whatever he hit the table, and that was it. He stormed off.
Here's
Just I quit.
and it's a matter of perspective. Did I see something where I feel as though Tony Khan would have been fearing for his life? I did not. But that's not for me to really say how Tony Khan should or shouldn't feel in a situation where someone's behaving aggressively and someone is out of control. Because that's what CM Punk was. CM Punk was out of control. I find it like profoundly interesting whenever you go into the comments and stuff, and I kind of stopped engaging on any of the posts other pages had shared within. I almost took down the post I shared from it. Because people have this like crazy perception of that situation where they feel as though like Punk was somehow justified and that it was like an overreaction for anyone to feel any type of way, or like he was in the wrong because we can't hear what Jack Perry said to him. Well, a newsflash: anyone who's had a job, that what someone says to you at your job does not warrant you putting your hands on them at work or anywhere in the real world. You can't punch someone in the face and tell a cop, well, he said something that made me mad. That's not how it works. That's still assault. You can't do that.
I know.
And that's not me saying that I haven't found myself in situations in my life where I've overreacted because of words someone had said. You've known me for a long time. I've certainly done this. But I've never done it at work. And if I had, I would have been fighting. That's the reality. What you see there is a guy in his late 40s, CM Punk, who can't handle having a conversation with a kid in his 20s. Like, Punk sat there across from Ariel Helwani. And here's the thing about Ariel. Ariel sat there and listened to CM Punk tell a story as if CM Punk is a tough guy. Right? That's how the frame. Choking Jack Perry is what Punk called it. That's Punk. That's CM Punk's "I'm a tough guy" fairy tale. And like most guys have, certainly most middle-aged guys have this story they like to tell of this one time whenever this happened, and I got so mad I just seen red and his bodies hit the floor. And that's what CM Punk did. CM Punk's not a tough guy. He's not. He talked about his interaction with Hangman Page, and Hangman Page wanted business for himself, and he said that he just thought to himself, I should just double leg. CM Punk can't double leg anybody. We've all seen him fight in the UFC. He's not a grappler. He can't double leg anyone. CM Punk can't fight. He's not a tough guy.
No, he's not.
Is he athletic in the realm of professional wrestling? Absolutely. He can't strike. He can't wrestle. He can't grapple. He can't apply submissions in the real world. He's not a tough guy. Ariel Helwani has interviewed every great mixed martial artist ever. Every one of them. He sat across from the killers of killers, the 1% of 1%ers that can fight in a cage and fight highest caliber athletes, the most skilled martial artists. He has interviewed those people, and he sat across from CM Punk and let CM Punk tell him how tough he didn't object. Just listen to it. That's because Ariel Helwani is on the take. He's in the pocket of WWE, and that's why he allows people to openly bash AEW so much. He will do the same now. Whereas once upon a time he'd sing the praises, he's a sheep. I hate to be that guy, but if you allow CM Punk to tell you how tough he is, and you don't step in and go, we've all seen you get your ass beat quite publicly, where you exhibited its zero skill. I don't know how you can call yourself an interviewer. I don't know. What's Ariel call himself? I think he calls himself a journalist.
He's a journalist.
He's not. He's not a journalist.
Okay.
Not a journalist.
He's a
The
podcast.
fact that he sat there and let CM Punk tell him he was a tough guy, Ariel Helwani is not a journalist.
But he's a guy everybody enjoys talking to.
He's a guy who has connections on a platform that people want to be a part of because it gives them some attention. There was a point in time where Ariel Helwani was like the voice of MMA. I really enjoyed his content, what he put out there, and I felt as though he had integrity. I don't know that I feel that way. Don't know that I do. You know, his I don't know. The media over the last few years has been very different. The way he acts, the way he portrays himself. He's the character of Ariel Helwani. It's no longer the real guy. You know, whenever he argued with Chael about Francis Ngannou's pay, you know, all these things. You know, Chael was supposed to be his friend and Brian Michael. He did all that. So I don't know how I feel about it. All I know is, if you can sit there and let CM Punk tell you how tough he is and not object to that, I can't really look at you as a journalist by any means. Because I wouldn't let CM Punk tell me he was a tough guy. I guess that means we're probably never going to get to CM Punk interview.
No.
But,
thanks.
I mean,
Thanks.
if he wants to come on, I'd be happy to have him on, but he's not going to get away with telling me how tough he is. Because putting Jack Perry in a front headlock does not make you a tough man. Not by any degree. It just doesn't.
You just ruin your viewer accounts going up. You know that, right? By saying that, right? I'm just saying. Just saying.
I mean, I understand that a lot of people hang on every word CM Punk says and that it's the gospel. And, you know, tell him when he's telling lies. I would tell CM Punk that he's telling me that he's a tough guy. He's telling lies. You know, if CM Punk is telling me that he would have shot in a double leg on Hangman Page and not injured himself, CM Punk is telling lies. CM Punk can't shoot a double leg. He can't. He's physically not capable of shooting a double leg. We've seen him try it. He can't do it. The fact that he's told that story to Ariel Helwani, and Ariel Helwani didn't say, dude, we know you can't shoot double legs. We know you're not a collegiate wrestler. We know you didn't go to Clarion. We know you're not a Division I grappler. You're not Frankie Edgar. You're not Clay Guida. You're not. He's got these. Like, you're just not. You're Phil, and Phil can't shoot doubles. If people want to be mad, get in the comments. Tell me I'm wrong. Find me the clip. Somebody find me the video of CM Punk displaying his collegiate wrestling skills. Because I've never seen it. Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah, because it doesn't exist. I'll tell you what. Find me the clip of CM Punk exhibiting high level striking, where you would see that guy hitting mitts. He'd be hitting mitts. Find me CM Punk throwing a combo on a heavy bag, or more than 5 punches that looks like something that would stop someone. It doesn't exist. So his portrayal of himself as a tough guy is laughable. He's just good pro wrestler. Very good on the mic. Very entertaining, and I'm a fan.
I'll try to find one this week. Maybe one. It
Hey
might
man,
be
if you can find me CM Punk showing some great grappling skills, and don't come at me with some of those clips from Duke Rufus's gym where they had him just on side control on a guy, pretending to put a Kimura on him, acting like he knows some jiu-jitsu. I don't want to see clips of CM Punk coming on to Monday Night Raw wearing a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu hoodie in like 2012. as if he was a black belt. I don't want those things. I want to see CM Punk shoot the double and live sparring with someone who doesn't stand there with their hands up high to open up that double grin to get it and allow him to move them into position on the ground. I don't want to see someone going through an exercise with him. I want to see CM Punk shoot double on somebody. Because it happening live was never a video package I ever seen. And I don't believe he has the physical abilities.
I'll look for
I certainly don't think he'd shoot the double on Hangman Page just dumping on his head. I just don't believe it.
I've tried my best to find one. I'll find my best. It might not happen, but I'll try my best.
Yeah, you might be able to find one, maybe. And if you do, send it to me. And if anybody out there finds me a video of CM Punk shooting a very aggressive double leg on someone that looks like it's something he could land on someone in real time in a real situation, I will happily share it on our Instagram, and I will post about it, and I will eat crow. I will say I was wrong, but I don't believe anyone was wrong. I really don't think so. But hey,
take your word for that. I'm gonna find it.
I'll be happy to be wrong. You know me. I'm really good at being wrong. I'm wrong often. I don't think this is one of the times that I'm wrong. But I digress. I think we had a great match between Edge and Penta. They put on a great match on Dynamite. Joe and Dustin Rhodes was good. I didn't see anything wrong in that match. I thought that was a good one. I thought it was funny to do Samoa Joe versus Dustin Rhodes. Another Samoan named Joe versus another guy with the last name Rhodes.
You hear what they said about it?
Don't tell me it was WrestleMania from Team Blue.
No. They said when you order the WrestleMania match from Wish. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah. That was funny. Yeah. But it was good. I ain't gonna lie. That was a good match. It was good.
It was very good.
I think Dusty about at his end of his roads right now in his AEW contract.
He said he's very happy in AEW. That he's not looking to go anywhere else.
Okay. That's a lot of people
I don't know. I'm sure he goes back to WWE to get in the Hall of Fame at some point. I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Not that I think he's in the. I mean, I was never really against Scott Steiner's opinion that being in the Hall of Fame meant a whole lot. I could be wrong. Maybe it does mean a lot to guys, but
you get paid every month in little royalties. That's about it. And you only do certain shows. So yeah, baby. You getting paid.
I mean, I'd like to see him in the Hall of Fame just because I think it would mean it. And have Dustin in there, along with Goldust. I mean, to have that character Goldust in the Hall of Fame would be great.
That's a Goldust.
Jordan here from the Sports Dude. What's up, man? You just missed my very lengthy rant about how I think CM Punk can't shoot a double leg, and his interview with Ariel Helwani was silly that Ariel didn't climb out and not be a tough guy. My opinion, Joe's going to search for a video of CM Punk shooting a double leg and it looking mildly effective, so he can prove me wrong. I don't think he's going to prove me wrong, and I don't think CM Punk's a tough guy. I'm a fan of him as a pro wrestler. I just don't think he's a tough guy.
I'll find something. I don't know what, but I'll find something.
Hey, man, I hope you find it. I really hope you find it. SmackDown, man. We had the debut of Tama Tonga.
That's not how I planned it out, but it went good. It went perfect.
So I got an audio clip for you, Joe. I want you to tell me what this meant to you.
By orders of the tribal chief.
That was Tama Tonga telling Paul Heyman his orders came from the tribal chief.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? What did Tama Tonga mean his orders came from the tribal chief?
I think there's a new tribal chief that nobody don't know about.
Who do you think it is? I mean, Solo came up after. Is Solo the new tribal chief, Joe? Jordan
No,
is Solo the new tribal chief?
I think it's somebody else. I think it's.
I mean, you remember what Mark the Monster said last year, right? You remember what my boy right here, Mark, said last November?
November.
Maybe
What did he
no,
say?
maybe November before that. Mark said that Solo Sikoa was going to be the one to turn on Roman Reigns and take Roman. Yeah, maybe Solo wasn't the first one by any means. Man, what if Solo's forming a new bloodline with him as tribal chief?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think it could be a different tribal chief. If it's Solo, that'd be great. Because I did watch the Roman documentary where he went all his family members be successful in the WWE. I did watch that. That's how he brought up Solo.
Yeah.
He brought up Solo. He brought up twins.
Roman did talk about helping everyone level up.
Mm-hmm.
We're saying, maybe it's The Rock. Maybe The Rock has decided that, Roman lost. Now Dwayne is tribal chief.
Or maybe it's, I don't know, maybe Solo Tonga pretending to be Roman, saying, I got orders from the tribal chief. And that's why Solo took the phone and stepped on it.
Could be Solo got orders from The Rock. His Rock tribal chief, and all doesn't need to communicate with Roman anymore. We could just see. I foresee we're going to have Jacob Fatu joining this new bloodline soon.
I say at Backlash he joins. Something going to happen at Backlash. Right now it's too soon.
You think they'll have Jacob debut in France?
At Backlash, yeah.
Backlash is in France. I don't know if Jacob Fatu debuting in France would have as much of an impact as it would have if Jacob Fatu was to debut in the States.
Hey, Solo debuted in
Yeah, I think he debuted at Clash of the Castle. That's true. I can't remember how the crowd responded to Solo if they realized it was Solo. But Solo is very distinct. So is Jacob, and Jacob really stands out. So that's positive.
Well, I think the difference was everybody looking for. They know the Uso size. They know they but Solo is shorter and little chubby and had the hood on. So many people didn't know him from NXT. Some may have known, but not a majority know him until that hoodie came off.
I can't help but feel like what's happening with the Bloodline feels very NWO Wolfpack-esque. Like we're getting the younger crew. We're getting Solo hooked up with Tama Tonga, bringing in Jacob. We're gonna have Zilla, Fatu, all coming in, and I would imagine. So this is me booking this year. I feel like the orders from the tribal chief is The Rock. I think that those orders came from The Rock. I think Rock voted the Bloodline, and I would imagine we're going to see continued beatdown of Jimmy Uso. I think we're going to see Jay eventually make a save, but then we're going to see a continued beatdown of Jay and Jimmy until eventually Roman makes a save for the Usos. He talked about how close they were growing up, and I think that gives a reason for Roman to eventually turn face with the Usos. But everybody wants the Usos as a tag team back together. Then that'll eventually bring The Rock back and lead us to Roman and Rock. And does The Rock beat Cody?
No. No.
You don't think so?
Nah. Nah. I wouldn't want The Rock to do it.
How long do you think Cody remains champ?
I'd go to SummerSlam.
Do you think he drops it in Cleveland?
I think he drops it in Cleveland.
How do you want him to drop it in our hometown? I don't want him dropping it here, man. I want him to stay champ.
Hey, look, he's one of them that's gonna have the belt maybe 3 times in his life. 3 times. Ain't nothing bad having the belt 3 times. Even having it 1 time, you're still a good champion. But I say SummerSlam.
I could see him being multi-time champion. He's got to put somebody over. I think right now the only viable threat would be Randy. But looks like we're not going to tell that story anytime in the near future. But I think Raw and SmackDown this week were really, really good. I did not catch NXT this week. I thought Braun Breaker looked great on SmackDown.
He did.
Yeah. They didn't make Cameron Grimes look too weak, which was nice, but still view that as a squash match. Thought AEW had a good Saturday night. Collision and Battle of the Belts was very good. Another good showing by Shane Taylor and versus Hook.
Yeah, the Battle of the Belts was good.
You know,
my thing is,
I've seen a post asked if people still care about watching Collision on Saturday nights. You always said that Saturday night was a bad night for the Collision show.
because I always miss the first 30 minutes because I keep forgetting it comes on Saturday at 8.
I feel like, why do you think AEW gets so much negative media and social media attention from people? The posts are always, does anyone still care about watching Collision on Saturday? The ratings are this. Why do you think that's a focal point for fans and dipshits like Eric Bischoff and complete dumbasses like Vince Russo and your boy Jim Cornette, who's
Because you got to think about it.
value is essentially nothing to me. But no, I know you like Cornette. Why do you think that these guys, their whole platform is to bash AEW? And
No.
And they have so many fans who exist to solely wish for the downfall of AEW. Why do you think that is?
I think this is what I think about it. I think they know Collision is bad on a Saturday because they worked on Saturday shows live back when CBS had it on Saturday at 6 to 8.
Does it matter
They know
what day it's on?
They
Did
know.
you watch it live last night?
I watched about 9 o'clock last night, so I missed the hour.
So I didn't watch any of Collision live or Battle of the Belts live. I watched it all this morning or woke up.
Mm-hmm.
How many people are just like me? So you have guys like Russo and Cornette and their minions, tons of wrestling fans across social media and all the comment sections. Like Tony Khan's not doing anything to help ticket sales, the ratings. Like Tony Khan's a billionaire, a billion, and this is just his hobby, man. It's clearly not about making money for the guy. If he breaks even, I think that, and he can afford to lose.
Mm-hmm.
They don't try to sell out these arenas for the weekly shows. It's not even something they put forth an effort to do. They don't even book the arena for it to be sold out. Like, they go to these arenas that are 15,000 and they schedule it to be like 8,000. So that way it's a cheaper booking of the arena because the arena staff needs to be less because they don't anticipate a full attendance. So they don't staff for a full attendance, which creates a lower overhead cost for the weekly show. And the shows are great. Dynamite was really good this week. Battle of the Bells last night, really good. I don't care how many people were in that arena. I don't care. I wasn't there. I was at home. I don't care how many people had to deal with the traffic. I don't care how many people were there. I don't care how many people watched on Saturday night. I watched on Sunday morning. So I can't figure out for the life of me why wrestling fans care about the ratings and the ticket sales for AEW. You know, we got Joe Monroe from Joe Monroe Show and check us out live. Joe, jump in the comments, man. Why do wrestling fans care about the ratings for AEW and the ticket sales for AEW? I don't know why it matters.
It matters.
I just enjoy the show.
I think it's mad because how you expect to pay the wrestler that shows up for that show that day? How you expect?
Tell you what, man, not a single wrestler has ever said they didn't get their check from Tony Khan. Not a single extra has ever said they weren't paid. Not a single production person has ever said they weren't paid. No arena has ever said that the checks have bounced. You know, people love Paul Heyman to death. Everybody loves to chant EC-Dub. And there are countless stories of wrestlers telling you their paycheck bounced from Paul Heyman and EC-Dub. But I don't see Vince Russo saying Paul Heyman's an idiot. I don't see Eric Bischoff saying that Paul Heyman should take all his advice because Bischoff's not been successful. Bischoff didn't run WCW successfully and put WWE out of business. He beat WWE for 83 weeks at a time whenever there was 2 wrestling shows and you weren't catching it later. You had to watch it live, and he beat him for 83 weeks, and then he got beaten so bad he got fired, and the company got put out of business. Then fired. Then he goes to TNA and does a shit job in TNA. Russo, same story. Why would these guys think they're in a position to tell a billion how to spend his money and what to do with his money? Both of them together could take their net worth and times it by 5 and not even be close to Tony Khan.
But they all say
both
one
of
thing.
These guys would eat their shoe to have a job in AEW. And they know they will. Bubba Ray Dudley pled his case that he would help AEW for free. As if AEW needs Bubba Ray Dudley's help.
If you look at it from the other side of the production from a wrestler that's worked in every organization, they can tell the difference on what is going on in there. They can see a different side of view that we can see. And what they see is AEW is like letting AEW is hiring a lot, like they said, AEW is hiring everybody, letting them work, 2 days a week, get paid for working 5 days a week, but they're only working 2 days for like 20 minutes. Cool. And then they just hire anybody that feel like it.
So let me ask you, these guys working 1-2 days a week for however many minutes they're working, get paid however much money. As a wrestling fan, how does that hurt the product feel?
Okay, let's just say I want to see Will Ospreay at a house show. They advertise.
But they don't do house shows. They don't do house shows.
I know if let's just say they had a house show hey, they advised he's gonna be there. I'll be happy. I'll have to get happy seeing this for the first time and not have to worry about watching on New Japan. I'll be happy to see it, but then come to find out that in his contract, you get advertised him to be there, but technically he cannot be there because he's gonna do two shows a week, and he got to travel like 12 hours back and forth. So yeah.
But they allow some of these guys to do, some indie shows. The guys who want to get more reps in. They tried doing the house show thing. It didn't really work for them. It didn't really seem like that was a business they wanted to get into. The WWE is reducing their house show schedule. But I don't think having the guys work more, risking injury on a house show, helps their TV product. And that's what everybody wants to bitch about. Wrestling fans want to bitch because there's not enough people watching AEW at the same time I'd be watching on Wednesday night. So I don't feel like I'm part of the cool kids. So the company's failed. Oh, well, they can't sell out an arena. Well, when AEW came to your hometown, did you go? Well, no. Well, because you ain't got $20. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't understand why people feel like to enjoy the product, millions of people will have to be enjoying it right alongside. I don't get that. The show is good. The matches are good. I don't care who's watching it live on a Wednesday night. And clearly, Warner Brothers doesn't care. They're happy with the ratings that AEW is bringing in. It's clearly viable for them. Tony Khan hasn't asked me to borrow $20, so I feel like it's in good shape.
I feel like it could be a little bit better. It just could be a little bit better.
Of course, there's things
a little bit
that can improve.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I mean, there's things in WWE that can improve right now. Everyone's acting like WWE has been on this like triumphant thing for the past 20 years. And if you weren't watching WWE in 2019, you have no idea how low they have been. If you weren't going to a WWE event whenever Shorty G was the character Chad Gable was playing, and going to a SmackDown event to a half-empty arena, I've been there. Still enjoyed the show. They had a great. I've never gone to a live wrestling event where I didn't have the time of my life. I don't care how many people are there with me. I've been completely sold out arenas, and I've been to arenas where I went, wow, and there ain't a whole lot of people here. But still, great matches. Went to AEW, there to the very end. All the Ring of Honor matches took place. The arena emptied out. I was there. I paid for this seat, and I'm sitting in it the whole time. Right. I think it's a weird thing for fans to care about. Don't know why we care about ratings and ticket sales. Doesn't make any sense.
They're just trying to tell people who is the most popular out of all of them. If you don't make the sales, don't make the ratings, your show really ain't that great. That's what basically is coming down to. They're trying to make it seem like whose show is better between the ticket sales, ratings, viewer counts. Hey, did you tune in and did you see what happened? They want to stir up the pot to get everybody's attention on what did you think about Dynamite, Raw, SmackDown? What did you think was the best thing, and then try to make it better the next week. But as most people are saying, AEW ain't really making that stuff better to watch. They're just making it like, I want to see him fight. I got him to see him fight. But he ain't really do a good match. That's basically what it's coming down to.
I get that. I do. But I don't know. I expect people get too worked up about nonsense. Well, before we get out of here, Joe, who's your wrestler of the week?
The rest of the week, I'm going with R-Truth. R-Truth. Just because
Your wrestler of the week.
Because he got his WrestleMania moment, he got the spotlight, he got what he really deserved. That one found glory at WrestleMania and won.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of R-Truth. He's comedic gold, and he never ages. It's just always good.
Mm-hmm.
My wrestler is actually someone from our hometown. Someone from Cleveland.
Okay.
Shane Taylor. Shane
Oh,
Taylor coach.
last night, huh?
And, you know what? I think he looked good Wednesday night, the trios match. I think he looked good last night against Hook.
Mm-hmm.
He made Hook look good, and he didn't look weak in the process. He still looked strong. The way they did the red rum at the end, yeah. Shane Taylor, my wrestler of the week.
All right.
And Lee Moriarty too, man. But you know, I can only pick one, so I'm just picking Shane Taylor. Give it to the head honcho.
There you go.
Any predictions this week, Joe? Before we get out of here, what do you got?
Right.
Anything? We add into the bloodline this week.
I'm going to say Cody will fight LA Knight at Backlash. Damian Priest and Jey Uso match going to have a little competition. And let's see. I'm going to say Drew is going to call out CM Punk on the mic to the beginning of the show. He's going to call him out because he's frustrated. And he's going to say he knows he's faking. He ain't got a legit injury. And he wants them at Backlash.
That's a real specific prediction. I like all of them. My only prediction for the week is, I think we're going to see another beatdown of Jimmy Uso. And I also think we're going to see an attack on Jay on Raw. I think we may actually see Zilla about to debut at Raw.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to wait. I think they're going to rebuild this new bloodline strong and let them terrorize both shows for a minute before we get a reuniting of Usos, and then maybe a month and a half down the line we'll see Roman Reigns return. But I think we're going to get the Usos beaten down for a few weeks, and then we'll bring them back together, which will lead to Roman back. That's my predictions.
That's your prediction.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But thank you, everyone. Stop in. Check us out live here on Instagram. If you didn't check us out live here on Instagram, that means you're, you're checking us out. YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, YouTube Music, wherever it is you find us. We appreciate you checking us out. Don't say the F word. Pro Wrestling Combat Sports Podcast. We do not use the F word. We talk about professional wrestling. Shouldn't let your friends use it either. Joe, you know I got the broken foot, right?
Yeah, I do.
Today I took my first steps on it.
Oh, how'd it feel?
All right. Not bad. So 6 weeks so far I've been non-weight bearing. Today took my first steps all in due time. We'll be back in the regular studio. But, so good. It was a good day.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. Thank you for checking us out, everyone. Thank you, Joe Monroe. Check us out from Joe Monroe Show. I will be a guest on his show later on this month. I don't remember the date because I punched the head a lot. But make sure you go and give him a follow on Instagram. Check him out YouTube, Facebook. But everyone enjoyed this coming week of pro wrestling. We'll be back in. We'll share some updates, all kinds of stuff on our Instagram. Make sure you follow us there. I'm Jeremy. That's my illegal brother-in-law, Joe. Mark the Monsters behind me. Thank you guys for checking us out. And we're out.
All righty.
I'm my daughter, motherfucker.
Till I die, bumping that bone thugs till I die.